talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing. You hear me? Oh, okay then. Well, hey, B. We're about to go ahead and get into our review of this week's episode of Married to Medicine. This was the finale. We do have the reunion coming up. At the end of this review, we will definitely be getting into some of the sneak peeks for Married to Medicine to come. So we'll chat about those things. All right. But in the meantime, let us go ahead and get into this dog on review. All right. So, of course, Toya is trying to prepare for this anniversary party. We see her meet with her party planners. And when she meets with the party planners, she gives them all of these ideas of how she wants things to be grand, how she wants, all these flowers and things everywhere or whatnot. And the budget is going to be about $25,000, okay? Estimated. So that's the budget. And she talks about how she does want security to be there in the building because she just doesn't know how things are going to go when the two couples are in the building. And she don't even know if the two couples are going to even attend, right? More so, she don't know if Gregory and T will be there. But what she wants to do is just make sure that she's properly prepared for, the BS, okay? As she should be. So it is what it is, all right? Now, T and Greg go, they have a sit down, and Greg says that he's hurt by the group right now. T asks, well, are we going to Toya's party? And she says that, Toya acted like she had to choose. She says she don't really know where she stands with the group right now. I feel like you do know where you stand with the group right now. In my personal, I feel like T does know where she stands. She did say that Toya told her that she, at least she acted like she had to choose. And T's like, listen, I'm at a place where I don't want to have to fight to be a part of nothing. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. So if it ain't me, then BIT, okay. I don't want to, I just feel like it shouldn't have to be all of that. So whatever they decide, it sounds like she's okay with it. Okay. So, anywho, she also talks about how she felt like the group, I'm sorry, was trying to blame she and Greg. And I feel like T is right, in my opinion. I do feel like the group is solely trying to put responsibility on T and Greg. And I do disagree because I feel like everybody played a role. And I think what is really irritating is I understand whatever Quad and Gregory's past is. I understand that y'all may want me to be so damn down and out about it because of whatever the hell he did to her. Listen, bitch, ain't no fucking way I'm finna go and hug no nip. Okay, after I done went through what I went through. Okay, so I don't know, but whatever it is, that's what it is. Okay, where I am right now is when it came down to the situation at hand that took place. Okay, down there in Florida or wherever the hell they was at. All right. I feel like the group is overlooking Quad's drunk ass. Period. And the reason why they're overlooking it, and I'm talking about as far as accountability, because I feel like all of them have some accountability that they can share. And the fact that I feel like the group, as well as King, is contributing to making Quad feel like she did nothing wrong, and a lot of the fans I've seen are excusing her behavior because of what she went through in the past. She should have came in last season acting like that when she saw his ass, and then not waiting till you get drunk as fuck, and then now you want to sit up here and say and do and yada yada yada. Like, girl, no ma'am. Okay, you don't get to be drunk, say some shit. And we see that shit with strangers, right? Just like when we watched one of the body cam videos more recently. One of my last ones I did this week. The girl was drunk as hell, and then they ended up having an exchange. They got into it. You don't be at no bar, and these are strangers. Even with that, strangers not gonna let no drunk as folk talk to them any kind of way. So I feel like she can't, just because she know them or whatever, she don't get to say whatever. Regardless of the history or anything, you don't get to be drunk and say what the fuck you want to say and think somebody not gonna say that to you. Okay. And I feel like they're not calling her out as much or I don't even recall if they did it at all this season for her actions. Cause to me, I do feel like she started it. Right. She said a lot of it, and y'all can feel away, and you're gonna still have a great day. Cause I am. Okay. But anywho, so Quad, she was drunk as hell. Nobody's fully acknowledging that or calling her out for her damn behavior. And I feel like they're not because of what happened last year, right? Um, them kicking her out. But I feel like if what happened last year would have never happened, I do believe a few of those ladies would have been on her ass telling her like, why, you know you was wrong, you know you was strong, you know you didn't have to say this, you didn't have to da, 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 whatever. Okay. So there's that. So I just feel like to blame them. And then as the episode progresses, I do see where T is feeling like, okay, they blaming us. And I see it. I'm like, yeah, y'all still trying to put it off on them like it's their fault. And it's not solely their fault. I don't care. So Greg says the guys ask him about the charges again, as if he hasn't explained it to them already. Everyone wants him, according to him, everybody wants him to drop this thing, he says, but he also didn't say charges. He just says that the guys are asking him about it again, as if he hasn't explained it already. Then he follows it up with saying everyone wants him to drop this thing, but I really just want to sit back and see how they gonna respond. Let the group handle it. Like I think they could do that. Right, because he's in his feelings. He felt like people didn't come up and they didn't support him, or whatever the case is. It does look like King is getting more support than Greg is getting. I feel like Greg, you could have potentially got some of that support if your ass would have stayed in Key West and potentially shown up different the very next day. Instead, you was angry, you took your ass back home, and you still chose to be mad. So one, I feel like everybody was like, Eugene, they was giving you the opportunity to calm down, but instead of you calming down, they're hearing about charges from fucking Contessa. Right? So that's that. Now, what we're learning is that you never even filed the charges. You may have discussed and talked about it to see if you were able to, right? But you never filed them. I know when Quad came to us, she says that at one point on a IG live, she said something like, well, he took the information down to the cops or whatever, told the cops that he wanted to file charges, and they laughed at him. Unless Greg tell me they laughed at him, I don't believe that, because you can get charges for just saying some shit to a person. So the fact that King was about to fight him, in my opinion, and that's probably what law is, he has enough grounds to charge him with that. Right? Do I think he should? No, I don't. I think that, yes, you're upset in this moment. Give yourself some time. I do think this could be a conversation that could be had and a misunderstanding. Just a little piece, okay? But those are my thoughts about that. But what I also noticed was that when Gregory talks to the guys about this stuff, he never actually says he filed charges. Now, when the guy asked, when he sat with Eugene, them, of course, they asked him about the charges. He just said, why wouldn't I? But he never clears it up and tells the people like, hey, y'all, I was just asking somebody about the charges. I ain't never filed them. Like, why you just don't say that? I feel like he did want Quad and King to feel uncomfortable. I think he did want them to kind of like not be able to film as much or not film at all, honestly. And I do kind of feel like, well, I don't know. I mean, it's how he felt. I wasn't in the situation at the time, but I mean, some part of me is like, now, you ain't even got to be like that. Just tell these folks what it is so we can move past the situation. Right? But he was in his feelings. That's how he chose to operate. You know, it would have been better if you would have cleared it up and still just said, listen, I ain't press charges on that man, but I ain't trying to be around his ass either. Just like when King said, I'm not trying to be around him. It really could have been that simple to me, but that's just my opinion. Okay. Anywho, so Toya and Eugene are talking before the event or whatever, and Toya wants everyone there and doesn't know if they're going to be attending. And she decided, in an effort for her to accommodate everyone, what she's going to do is she says that she's going to have them arrive during certain slot times. So basically, Greg and Tia get there from 8 to 9 or something, and then Quiet and I'm gonna get there from 9 or whenever or whatever it was. And that was crazy. For the time frame that was given, it wasn't enough time for me. Let's get to Quad and King, okay? So when it comes to Quad and King, Quad brings up the attempted charges. All right, so she brings up that conversation, and King says, "How you start a fight and didn't want to file charges?" And I said, "Now wait a minute, King. I don't think that he started it, but I do feel like both of y'all played a role in it. I do feel like that. All right, I feel like, how are you going to take accountability, sir, for your actions?" And acknowledge that amongst the group, and then now all of a sudden you want to try to put it off on somebody else as if you didn't have no part in it at all. Is what I mean. Obviously you talking to Quad too much, okay? That didn't make sense. I feel like you also tried to pull a stunt in the confessional that I wasn't really featuring when you say something like, oh yeah, I just don't think it's cool for another black man. Cut it out. Cut it out, baby. Step back. I don't think it's cool for another black man to attempt to file attempted charges. You don't think it's, do you guys hear what you sound like? To attempt to charge. To attempt to charge. BITCH, I don't give a fuck what you look like. And I don't care nothing about, oh, we're women, we're black women, stick together. Oh, I'm white, you're black, we're women, stick together. Fuck all that, okay? When it come down to it, honestly, he does have a right to do what he chooses in this situation, okay? It's about the situation at hand, the disrespect. As you said when you were standing with the guys, it was always a disrespect for me. Well, guess what? It was the disrespect for him, which is why he was about to file them charges on your ass, okay? But don't sit up there and try and make it be about some damn. I don't think it's good or whatever for another black man to want to file attempted charges on another black man. We have it hard enough. Shut the fuck up, because you didn't care nothing about being the black man and y'all coming against each other or whatever the case is. When you approach that man and talk about something, I'm gonna let that shit slide. Like, who the fuck is you? We already let it slide. Get up out my face, okay? So any attitude he gave you, he was warranted to give you that because of how you approached him. So chill the hell out. Like, what the hell? I think it's messed up for any other black man. Yeah, nah, that's not finna slide. Okay? You was giving monologue tease like your girl be giving. Okay? Stop that. So Quad says, I never want to be around him again. And I was like, ooh, Quad, that might be a little piece of an issue. If you never want to be around him again, because I feel like if you go to the ladies with that, unless they are in full agreement with you already, they gonna feel a way about you trying to control what they choose to do. Just like what Toya said the other week when she was like, don't put me in the position like you trying to make me choose or something like that, because if you do, it's not gonna be you. Basically, don't be trying to control me. Don't be trying to control my decisions, because if you do, I'm not gonna do what you want me to do, type thing. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's get to the anniversary party. So T arrives to the party and she's like, I want them to know that I come in peace. Like, I ain't got no issue. I'm glad to be around the group. I'm glad to be here. So I'm here for it, right? They get something called they have Lady Whistledown. So this woman is called Lady Truella. So Lady Truella is bringing out her newsletter where she's talking, some little SHI about the cast, right? I didn't really capture a whole lot of what she said about the cast, but I have captured when people say that this is more so Simone talk about the chat GPT of it all, what was written by Toya. For me, I don't care who wrote it. I don't care if she wrote it, her little niece wrote it. I don't give a damn if the baby wrote it, the Birkin wrote it. Okay, I don't care if Chat GPT wrote it. I think that it was good for her to try to bring that to life just a bit when it came to the whole Lady Whistledown, Lady Truella. Like, yeah, I think that was cool regardless of who wrote it. Cool. But aside, and anybody that's upset with that, you probably just don't like Toya, in all honesty, because, I mean, shit. It's just what they doing on Whistledown. They talk shit about folks, okay? They put your tea out there or whatever. Maybe she could have gave us some new tea, right? She wanted to expose some people or whatever, but it was what it was. It wasn't nothing that deep to me. But I will say what was deep was that lackluster ass event that you gave us. Okay, that lackluster ass event that you said you wanted to be $25,000, and I was over there looking. Where did the $25,000 go? Did it go into the building? Granted, florals can cost a lot of money, but I'm over here wondering if the florals were real, ma'am. Building was given a piece of empty. I feel like for the Victorian theme that you wanted, you should have went down there to the Georgia Terrace. I believe that's what it's called. If you wanted that type of molding and different shit on the ceilings and on the walls and stuff, I think that's where you should have went and held your event. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's more expensive, so more of the money would have went into the building potentially. IDK, all right? And you could have just had you some florals, but I feel like that location would have really brought your theme to life, because other than that, it just look like a brown ass building with green flowers or whatever, greenery, brown building, greenery, and a damn feast table. Girl, they had a little bit more than that back then. Now, man, you could have made something else shake, but I'm not gonna hold you. It was your money. You did what you want to do. Okay. So yeah, there's that. Now, we do see where Curtis is having a conversation with Greg. He talks with him about the overall situation, trying to understand where he is right now when it comes to the alleged charges or whatever the case is. And he's like, listen, I'm at a place where I'm going to let y'all decide. Okay, y'all can handle that. I'm good. And so Curtis said, wait, am I hearing that you want us to move forward with handling the breakdown, the conversations, or whatever when it comes to you and King? He's like, yeah, you got it. You got it, Bookie Doo. Do that. Do that for me. Thank you. So that's what's gonna happen. Okay. Um, hold on one second. Oh, that's why. Okay. So that's what's going to take place. They're going to be able to do that. And we'll see how this going to play out. I don't even know if that's going to play out. It looks like they're going to, I feel like they could have had a sit down after this episode. And maybe it was filmed. And maybe we'll see that at the reunion. Because the dynamic from the clip of what they showed us, the sneak peek for the reunion, it does look like King and Greg are in a better place. Even when King says, I don't know if he said something about he did something and I tried to defend myself. Whatever it was, King said he got it from the fans, period. And Greg says, no, I had to defend myself from you. It was just how he even said that. And I'm like, okay, I think they could potentially already be in a better place. Okay, so we shall see. All right, we shall see. But it's time for T and Greg to go, because Quad and Heavenly are on their way. So y'all got to pack it up and get the hell out. And Contessa is like, dang, can we at least try to be adults and just see if it's gonna work? Like, let's try to make it work. And I kind of did agree with Contessa. Like, T and Gregory are coming in where it appears that they're not going to be trying to be on some negative type of energy. And then I do feel like the location is big enough for them to not even be really near each other for real, right? I just don't think that y'all should try to force any conversations that night, right? And maybe that's the reason Toya wanted them to get out. But Toya says, you did this, so your time slot is up. You got to go. That's what she said in the confessional. And I'm like, first of all, they didn't do this, bitch. First of all, they didn't. All right? I don't care nothing about nobody saying, well, T be putting her hands on them. Okay, well, if she put her hands on them, why the fuck they keep inviting her around? Okay? I don't care about none of that. And then I'm even starting to question whether that is actually damn true, because I do believe T denied, when Toya was like, oh, she's done a little shoving, she's done this and that. I do know T denied it. So I don't know if that's what y'all are using to try to get her off the show or something. I'm not sure. If that did happen, I would like for production to start showing those things, because I do feel like they have no reason to protect high key any of y'all on the show for real. And if they protected anybody, it would be Heavenly, in my personal, because this BIT has been able to slide. I'm talking about girl, slip and slide, skate, she's been able to do a lot of things to get past her own shit with her own marriage. Because if ain't no marriage perfect, then what the hell yours got? Because you be spilling everybody tea. So if anybody's sliding over there, it really would be Heavenly ass with no storyline, and her coming down to the YouTube telling everybody else's business but hers, and be very loud about it. Okay? Talk about something, your mama. All right, but I don't really care if she say your mama high key, like she can do what she want with that. But so if they was protecting anybody in my personal, it would be what did Escape Mama say? What did Miss Scott say? I am the fifth member. It's given I am the fifth producer. That's what it's giving with Heavenly. And so they over there protecting the shit out of her. So if anything, y'all, they should have shown it. So I'm starting to question this shit, because I don't even know. I don't know if that was a scheme that y'all set up to come to us with it, or if that actually happened. Now, I don't really see Toya as a person that lies a lot, but I do feel like Toya, all of them can lie, period. But we shall see. We shall see. Y'all let me know. I know y'all ready to get in the comments. She did, Jami, she did. Okay, whatever you think, you're right, girl. Shrug shoulders, okay? I'm going to you over there comment. I'm probably going to be chewing on some food, girl. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever you think, you're right. Don't listen to me, honey. Whatever you think, you're right. Anywho, so yeah, Toya's like, y'all did this or whatever. Like, y'all gotta go. And I'm like, they did not do this. It was a collective, all right? And the fact that y'all are not properly placing blame how it's supposed to go is really irritating. Okay, ma'am. Y'all blaming y'all. Well, I would say that y'all blaming them instead of everybody. And then so that's number one. Number two, you the one that wanted that ass to be here so bad, ma'am, so that you can meet whatever head count you had. Like you wanted them to be there so damn bad. And three, which is actually one, if I was them, I wouldn't have shown up for shit. Because you're not gonna invite me out my house putting these heavy ass clothes on. Okay, try to get myself ready for a damn Victorian Georgetown theme and think I'm gonna only be there for an hour. Was you cool? You got me for the how is you cool? But I guess they showed up to make sure they get their check since it was the last episode. But girl, I will not come off my cherry out to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. Period. I saw Mariah over there throwing shots at y'all too over on the Instagram, honey. Well, she said something about removing the queen or whatever the case is, removing something, then it's gonna crumble. I'm hollering. Mariah was giving y'all slick little shade over there, baby. Especially since her name has been coming up, and a lot of people be like, "Bring back Mariah, honey." Y'all been saying that before, but now I've been seeing it way more than ever. With get rid of T and bring back Mariah. Mariah was throwing a little piece of shade, like y'all. Basically, I feel like she was throwing shade at y'all as a group, but it also heavily too, just a little piece. Like y'all give her too much. I told y'all about that ghetto shit. Okay, told y'all about that ghetto shit. Girl, I'm hollering. But anywho. So that's that. Heavenly did good. I do think when she came in as Queen Charlotte, I was like, oh yes, I'm here for it. Okay. I do hate that Damon, and I also feel like Curtis didn't even damn try. Like they just didn't even give it no effort. Just okay. Then you got Dr. Scott over here trying it too damn hard, like with the hair and stuff. I'm just like, I can't. He looked like he supposed to be in Aladdin or the Little Mermaid movie or some shit. Like, what you got? Like, okay, like tried a little too damn hard. So, but we appreciate all efforts, guys, except for them two. And maybe Curtis did kind of try, but I wasn't really seeing it. But anywho, Contessa and Simone, of course, they link up so they could talk about Phaedra. And it's like, y'all, the ladies are not interested. Leave her the hell alone, okay? She's not, like, just let it go. All right. Contessa, I don't know if you trying to be the glue or what you trying to be. Believe Phaedra where the hell she at. Cause I feel like you done brought Phaedra. Like you just keep leave that lady alone. Stop bothering that woman. Okay? Leave her alone. Anywho, so Curtis gives Damon and King an update on what Greg says because at this point, T and Gregory have left. Okay. So Curtis gives Damon and King an update on what Greg says about him ready to move forward, wanting to have a conversation with King and everything as well. I don't know if y'all caught Damon's face, but Damon's face looked like, oh, I was ready to kind of continue to hold that over his head. Kind of hate that, yeah. Okay, so he wants to move forward. All right. Like, yeah, you was enjoying kind of like slick shitting on that man. You was enjoying, you were enjoying the issue he had with King. I feel personally not having his back because you were able to finally use this as an opportunity for him to see how it feels for somebody to not have his back because he didn't have your back about that fucking cheating. Come on, man. You know me. Actually, I fucking don't. I know you professionally. We may hang out here or there, but I feel like we all would be fools to believe that we know every move that our friends make. We don't. I don't care how much of your business, how much of their business your friend tells you. There is still some things that they have not told your fucking ass. And for him, it could be cheating. We don't know what you do. You could be tiptoeing in your J's. I don't know what the hell you do. You could be meeting somebody in the damn closet at the hospital. We don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know you. I don't be with you like that 24/8. And I don't think Gregory was wrong for telling your ass that. Okay? Let your wife uphold you and stand by your non-cheatations. All right? She gonna uphold you with everything else like y'all perfect. So let her do it. Why you need him to validate that? Okay? If that's what his wife think, that's just what she think. You don't want to be responsible for Heavenly. So he ain't gonna be responsible for what his wife may think. She just only going off of what your wife said. So if anything, go and check your wife. Because clearly that's where my wife got it from. So get that together. Good luck to you. Anywho. So King says, I never had an issue. I said, you a fucking never had an issue. It's a lie. Shut up. So King says it was the disrespect from the beginning. What you mean it was a disrespect from the beginning? You mean the disrespect when it came from drunk ass Quad? what was the disrespect from the beginning for me? Because you the one that sat up there and stared at the man in his damn face the whole time everything was going on, and then the next day you want to be like, oh, you said that to her? Oh, I didn't hear that. How you didn't hear it when you was sitting there staring at his ass the whole time? I was making sure he saying that to you. He did. What? That's why even more I feel like, why? Y'all came to an agreement. Everything was cool. Let's move forward, because she not gonna get, well, she might get the apology at the reunion. She just might. Now that Gregory is in a better place, he just might give her the apology. But at the time, it's like, okay, and because if this man telling you it go both ways, which it definitely does, then and you feel like she ain't got to give him one, then I definitely would not be extending one. I'm sorry. Like, are you okay? Anywho, sitting there looking right at the man when he talk about something, you talk too fucking much or whatever it was, and you just stared like, why you ain't doing that? You heard it. Even if you was staring at him at the time, you heard it. Something so, oh, well, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I'm gonna let this shit slide. Like, both of y'all look crazy, okay? And I'm not on one person's side more than I'm on the other. I'm on JamiThatsMe side, okay? Period. They both look like fools. Feel how you want to feel. So, the ladies update Quad. They go to Quad, and Simone says Gregory was embarrassed by his actions. He's since calmed down, and he now wants to move forward with you guys and stuff. So, do you think there is a world where you guys can coexist? Quad said, "I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Toya tries to reason with her, and she says, I'm not interested. I'm not. Toya says, forgive. And she said, okay, I can forgive you here, but I don't have to continue to put myself in certain situations that's going to compromise, me and my man, what we stand for, our integrity, all of that. And I'm looking like, Quad, here we go, baby. Okay. Although I hear what you're trying to say, it is a bit difficult for me to fully receive what you're saying when you are existing amongst a group that is going to compromise those very things that you feel Gregory and T do just from your mere presence. Give them time, because the moment T step aside, and if Dr. Mimi returns, they might be on Dr. Mimi head top, but because they don't know enough about you and King, they're going to be right back on y'all ass. Okay? So they are going to be the ones that's going to be on your head top about it. I don't care what nobody's on. All right? Because they still don't see you on the same level as them. As much as Heavenly may say, wife, you let somebody talk about your wife, you a bitch. The other ladies are like, she's not a wife. Yikey dikey. So what else? Heavenly says, I agree. And I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. Quad, you're on the show that compromises your integrity, as I said, and now your relationship is next. Toya says you're asking us to choose between you and Letitia, and I'm like, Toya, shut your ass up too, okay? Because wasn't just the other week you was over here talking about T wanted me, she put me in a position to choose, and I told her, girl, if I gotta choose, then I won't be choosing you, okay? Yeah, like that. We've been through so much. Yeah, quietly. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Girl. I hear you. Okay, girl, y'all had a whole moment, ho. And then you gonna sit up here talking about you're asking us to choose between you two. Bitch, you chose already. What you mean? She asking you to choose. You already chose. But okay. So Quiet asked them to put themselves in her shoes, okay? And I'm like, girl, they already did that. They put their stuff in your shoes. They said they was gonna choose you, and then now they changing their damn mind and step the fuck out the shoes, girl, okay? The hell? And they really stepped out the shoes after they saw T that day and saw how T came in peace, saw how T came with an effort to want to resolve. So because of that, I do feel like that may have like changed some things for them to where they could see a path forward, because that's the energy that T and Greg came on. So now it's like, all right, now we just got to get Quad and King on that same place. But you're saying that you ain't ready for that, and it's crazy because your nigga over there and he open to it. So y'all not on the same page. Get that together. Okay? I'm not interested. And after you just told this man that you never want to be around him again. Right? I never want to see them again, never want to be around, whatever it is. And he over there like, yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm open to it. I'll talk to him. Yikey dikey, you saying this, he saying that. Oopsie doopsie. Let's keep going. So Quan says that she says, I'm not asking y'all to choose, but if you do choose and it's not me, then that's okay. And I'm like, girl, stop lying. Stop fucking lying. When Toya got in the confessional and said, Quad saying she don't want to be around them today, but I promise you she not going to let nobody run her from her friend group or anything. I thoroughly agree and support what Toya's saying, because Toya not wrong. You talking that big talk now, but that's not how you truly feel. I understand you're in your feelings about it, though. I get that, because hell, Greg was in his damn feelings. All right, so it got to run its course. I do feel like I'm a person that truly believes go off your mood. I'm a person that truly feels like, listen, how you feel on Monday, not going to be how you feel by Saturday. How you felt last Sunday ain't going to be how you feel next Thursday. Okay. It's just what it is. So honor how you feeling in the moment. If your mind change in 10 hours, okay, 24 hours, it's your mind. It's how you feel. You got a right to switch it up if you want to, but whatever. But in this moment, I see what you're saying, but I do agree with Toya. I do think that's gonna change in some time. So anywho, Toya says it feels like we've been here before and we've lost too many people. Quiet, okay? I'm just tired of losing people behind your ass, okay? So I'm not trying to do this shit again. And then Quiet said, "Well, lose me." I wanted Toya so bad to say, "You're lost. You can go. Bye." I wanted Toya so bad to tell Quad, "Then get the hell out. Bye, girl. Excuse me. You could go." Because Khadijah don't need you. All right. I really wanted her to tell her that. But I do think that Toya did right. I do. Okay. I think that she just says, listen, I'll say this. I feel like everybody has played a role, including King. And Quad says, well, what has King done? Hello. So now we know where he getting this thought from. He getting the thought from you, because you're feeling like he didn't do anything wrong, and he's feeling like you can go around and say whatever the fuck it is you want to say and you can't. So now we see where this is coming from. And Simone says he took the bait. I said, Simone, exactly who the fuck did he take the bait from? Because I don't think it was Greg. I feel like it was either Quad or it was them fuck ass producers. So who did he take the bait from? Ma'am? He took the bait. No, that man, he either took the bait from one of them or he did what the hell he wanted to do. Here we are. So Heavenly says, if you let a man disrespect your wife, then, you're a bitch. I'm like, number one, that's not his wife, ma'am. Okay? Number two, he already let him disrespect her when he was sitting there staring in his damn face when he said what he said to her. So are you saying that he's a bitch now? Ah, okay. Okay, because he definitely let it happen. All right, period. And the real reason, in my personal, that King was about to fight Greg, it had nothing, in my opinion, to do with Quad for real. It had everything to do with him acting hard when he got help. Yeah, I figured you'd be like that. I figured you'd be like that because I know how your girl is. Like, that was more so, that wasn't even about Quad. High key. That was on some male nigga shit. Okay? That was some ego shit. Okay, so did he really try to fight for her honor? No. Just like he said his ass right there when the man was talking this shit. But anywho, y'all, let's keep going. So Quad says she won't be monitoring herself when she's around him. And says, I'm not going to be monitoring myself when I'm around him. That's my past. I ain't worried about my past no more. I'm on to my future. Okay? I dropped the last name Lunsford. Okay? To pick up the fucking last name King. Okay? That's the type of energy that I'm on. And I'm over here like, Quad, calm the fuck down, baby. Chill. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, girl. You're not going to monitor yourself. You should have monitored yourself last year when you walked your ass over there talking about some, hi, Gregory. Can I get a hug? Can I have a hug? Is it okay if I give him a hug? Okay, that's when you should have been fucking monitoring yourself. And now all of a sudden you don't want to monitor yourself. Girl, these people is funny. I think there's room for everybody to receive a clockation. And not one person just be upheld as though they are innocent in all things, because there isn't a single person that exists on this show that would be innocent. Okay, so that's that on that. Now I want us to go ahead and hop over, and I want us to get into some of the oh, you know what? Let me do this, because I want us to get into a few things of some audio that I have. So give me 1 second while I'm pulling this up. For the people that have yet to like the video, if you could take the time out to support the channel by liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing to the channel, all of that would be absolutely fantabulous. I thank you so much. Okay, so let me see. There were some things that were said over here. Ooh, I got a few things over here that I want to get into. Okay. Let's see. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Let's start here. Let's start here with Heavenly. So this one says that Married to Medicine, Dr. Heavenly gives her thoughts on and recaps her argument with Sweet Tea at the couples. No. I don't want to get into that. I feel like
I'm gonna tell you.
No, I feel like we got into that one. Hold on. Let's start here with T leaving a long comment. All right. And I do believe that this involves, what is her name? Dr. Mimi. All right. So it says, and another thing, Mimi nor her long chin husband are your friends. And so T says, we were never real friends. They were cast and we were asked to invite them onto the show. There were even plans for me to film in her office, which I refused. Why would you refuse to film in her office? Why? I heard it through the grapevine that they wanted to have a storyline with me seeing Mimi and painting me to be crazy. Oh. So at what point did they want you to film? That must have been after the fact, after everything went down and they listened to some of the confessionals and what the other ladies are saying. Funny how some of them call Funny how some call themselves #real friends, yet plan an entire season without even consulting you of what the plans are. But I thought that's real reality. You sound like Porsha Williams. They want to be able to control a narrative or something like that. At least that's what I'm thinking. And honestly, also with the funny how some call themselves friends yet plan an entire season without, because some things that transpired ended up happening later in the season with you and Heavenly about to go back and forth and whatever happened with, Greg and King or whatever the case is. Like, that's when I think things begin to shape and form to what they wanted it to be. But yeah, I chose to go. Yeah. So she says I chose to so I don't think they needed to consult you, basically. I chose to go my own. I chose to go my own route and film what was authentic to me, not anyone else's storyline. I think when I took a different approach, people didn't know how to handle it, so they grasped at anything to create a false narrative against me. Oh, and I think the false narrative she's talking about is her getting physical with everybody. I think that's the false narrative she's talking about. So yeah, she said she went her own route and filmed what was authentic to her. But what did you really film? I don't know. That's just what T's saying. I'm not even finna struggle and work out so hard trying to figure out what the hell T talking about. But that's what I got from it. What else do we have here? It looks like she has another video we're gonna listen to here.
There's bloggers saying that these ladies keep making up imaginary fights that don't get shown. So if you are this person, then that means production's protecting you?
I don't quite get it, because they would, first of all, I feel like they would show it, but for one, they didn't show probably the spat between me and Quad or whatever, because she did run up on me.
I did hear her say that. I did hear her them say, like, earlier on in the beginning part of the season, I did hear that there was supposed to be some back and forth or something with her and Quad, but we did not see it. So once again, who were they protecting for real? I mean, we saw a little bit of the spit and spat, at the Key West. So honestly, I thought that's what they was talking about, but it seemed like it was something else.
They're protecting her.
I don't know why they didn't show that. Unless there was so much going on, because they maybe were focused on the fight with Heavenly and Contessa. And so I think that when it came to me and her, I think that maybe they lost because there was so much going on. It was a lot of movement. I think, as much as people are saying that I'm aggressive and all that, I think that they're not asking the right questions, because there's nothing for them to show. Like, if I'm being so aggressive, then show it. And I think they've never been shy with showing me that way. They have not been shy of that. And so if they get me like that, then boom, I'm sure they're going to show it. I'm very sure. But I think that they need to question production why, if it's that serious. Like, don't invite me over to your house and then 2 weeks later, after you say that there was something that happened, and then bring it up, because everybody within this group are grown, and whenever issues happen, they address it right then and there.
There's bloggers saying,
all right, so that's what T's saying. T's like, no, ma'am, I ain't do that. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know if you were just your energy was high and you probably don't recall Slick pushing them, or if you really did not. Right? I feel like they for this particular season, I feel like they probably would have shown that. I do. Uh, but I'll also because I don't know too because it was a bit confusing. And maybe they didn't have that, right? Maybe they didn't have that footage, which is why they didn't show it because it was just not matching up with what the ladies were saying. Cause I'm like, what is this extra energy that y'all are talking about? Why they not showing this? So I don't know. But y'all leave y'all thoughts on that. So I don't know. Cause it could also be like maybe she was doing some light pushing and maybe they felt like she wasn't doing anything big enough for them to want to add it in to the show. Or maybe it's possible that it didn't happen. So I don't know. But that's one thing. Let's get into something else that mentioned by Dr. Heavenly.
That man just who Quad said he is. Poor sweet tea. To me, I can honestly say that editing can make you go either way. Either way with a lot of different scenes, a lot of different content. And you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's really a mind to keep people arguing because pretty much people are for who they like or who they can relate the most to, right? A lot of times people are smoothed over by people dressing up or stuff that looks like glam or whatever, and they like those type of people. Some people like real people. Sweet Tea is a real person. She's giving her real on the show. And a lot of people are for the underdog. Sweet Tea is for the underdog. A lot of people will never like Dr. Jackie because she's not the underdog.
Right, which is why I do agree with Dr. Heavenly on this. I feel like that's why people like Quad because Quad was the underdog, but now T is the underdog, and maybe it's just about how T connected with Quad's husband. I think that's what makes it a bit different for people and why they may be on her head top. You know what I'm saying? But hell, y'all giving her some of the energy that y'all be complaining that the ladies gave over there to Quad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she is the underdog. Quad was the underdog. And it also could be that they forever want to see Quad in that underdog position and gonna forever root for her. And now they got somebody else playing that role. You know what I'm saying? I guess they don't like her.
Some people gonna always go for the person that's a down low. But what I'm telling you is, as far as Greg Sweet Tea King, I don't see how y'all see it any differently from how I see it. You know what I mean? Yes, Quad was wrong. Quad was wrong. She was pushing them buttons, but she knew what she was doing. She was pissed that he was on here, pissed that he brought his woman. Now that she got a man, she said, you know what? I'm drinking. And her real thoughts came out and she knew what to say. Now, was she wrong? It goes by who y'all like, because y'all think
I think that's true. I think it does go by who people like. For me, I could care less, okay, because I'm not a stan of Quad at all. Don't desire to be. I don't dislike her, but I'm not a stan either. Meaning, I'm just gonna stand up for any and every damn thing that she does, and I'm not crazy about. See, I'm not crazy about any of you guys, okay. So for me, I don't have an allegiance to who I like the most, okay, which is why I'm gonna side with her. But I do feel like Heavenly is right in that because I see a lot of that on social media. They will excuse behavior because of who they like. But I feel like I'm glad she calling her wrong because you really didn't say shit about that on the actual show. Now you're saying that she's wrong, and you know we appreciate it. So I guess you went off of who you like too, who you like the most. When you weren't fucking with Quad, what you did, you brought T on the show. Now that you fucking with Quad and you like Quad again, now you're on Quad's side as though Quad did nothing wrong, and it took for the show to be over for you to acknowledge that.
What you call it wasn't wrong for bringing best friend, good friend. So it depends on who y'all like if she wrong or not. I felt like she wanted to expose the ninja. She knew exactly what buttons because she knew he didn't change. Was that wrong to do? That man just who Quad said he is. Poor Sweet Tea.
Okay, so that's what Heavenly says. That's part of that. And then there is, I think that may be it. There's one more thing. Let me see. Is this, I think this could be recent. Let's check this one out.
I believe that to be true. I think at some point Sweet Tea will be our friends. That's my thought. And she's going to tell exactly what Dr. G is doing to her. I don't know. To me, I'm just saying this. I'm going to take it back. I don't know anything. And I'm just saying allegedly. I don't think that little girl happy over there. I really don't. Do you see how he talking to her? You don't need. My ninja never talked to me that way. And if he do, he got a good reason. Like we talking to each other. But for her to just take it. And then if you watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, didn't I tell you about that big black dude? What's his name? Ken. Every time we get in an argument, if the man paying the bills, he gonna remind you, I bought this, I bought. You would never do that to me. You'll never do that to me. And I guarantee you he doing that to you. I paid for this man, and you staying in my house, and I pay.
I've been paying for everything since the day I met you. Listen, I don't disagree with this at all. I don't. I agree with Heavenly. I don't feel like T is 100% happy over there. I do feel like the age difference often shows itself up in their relationship a lot. But you know, that's just what I think.
That's the kind of relationship people have. But I do think that some men want a wife that's lesser, that looks up to them, that the man can be everything, and then the man can treat them how he need to treat them. Because Quad wasn't going to take that shit. That's my thought. That's me from outside looking in, but I am.
Quad was no longer going to take that because Quad took it for a very long periodical time until she got the hell up, strengthened up, got on this show, started making her own damn money, started making enough to get the fuck out that situation. If Quad was not on this show, I do feel like Quad would have stayed in that marriage a bit longer. I don't know if she would have finally officially divorced him, but I do think she would have stayed in that a bit longer. When you able to come on television, you see the hype around you, you making the money and stuff, you see the possibilities for yourself, you're able to go beyond what you currently have. But if she didn't have the show, she'll still be there
a relationship
for a little piece. I don't know if she'll be there today in 2025, but yeah.
I believe that to be true.
At some point, I do see T being friends with the ladies, but I don't know if she's ever going to fully tell y'all. She might. I don't know. See, when she thought she had a genuine friend in Heavenly earlier on, she definitely shared some stuff with her and said that Quad wasn't wrong about everything when it comes to Dr. G. But now that she sees how you guys operate when it comes to husbands and that feeling the need to prove people wrong about their marriage lasting or whatever the case is and her happiness, I don't think she's going to be so ready to give you guys information. In my personal, I also think that it's just gonna be interesting because I feel like T, if you try to overplay your hand and show that you're overly happy or this, and I feel like people are gonna be able to see through it, just like they feel like they see through it now with the dynamic. Even if you try to put up like I'm super happy, I think they may see through that too. So I don't know, but we wish you the best. Okay, good luck. And it's not me advocating for y'all to break up when I say that I don't see you guys lasting. It's more so about you getting what all you want, and if you don't feel like you're fulfilled in what you have, do what you got to do. So that's just where I stand with that. Now, next I want us to get into some of the let's check out some of the sneak peek for the reunion. I'm gonna play that audio too because I ain't trying to get in trouble like that.
Welcome to the Married to Medicine Season 11 reunion. Tonight we are transported back to the exquisite Bridgerton-themed finale party with a group of doctors and wives who would definitely keep Lady Whistledown on her toes. Welcome back to Georgiaton, ladies.
Yay!
Great to see you. Dr. Jackie, I was kind of hoping you were going to wear your Elphaba glasses tonight.
I have them.
You do?
I have them, yes.
Who wore them first?
Dr. Jackie.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Hi, Dr. Simone.
Hey, Andy.
You're looking beautiful.
Thank you so
Great
much.
to see
I'm
you.
saving ears today.
I was just going to ask.
I saving
Hey,
ears
Dr.
today,
Heavenly.
Hey, how are you,
Great
Andy?
to see you. You're going to be on your best White House behavior
I'm
tonight?
always on my best behavior,
Are you?
Andy, yes.
All right. Hey, Toya.
Hello, how are you?
What do you think of the Georgetown-inspired set?
I love it. It's beautiful. It makes me feel like I'm in an English garden. With the
Yes.
chandeliers. It's very Toya and classy.
Your dress is very understated tonight.
It's given its own life. You know,
Yes.
it creates its own environment and it blocks out everyone else's.
Knowing that the theme is giving Georgiaton, in my personal, I do feel like Toya was the only one on theme. I feel like she met the Victorian theme mixed with a bit of modern with her attire, and I don't think nobody else really gave that. So I do feel like Toya was like the only one on theme. I do feel like, knowing that now, I feel like Miss T was very off. And I feel like when I think about it, maybe that's the look she was going for, to be a bit rebellious against the ladies. Like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Let me go ahead and come out with Give you my full African hairstyle. Let me do a little something extra. I know everybody gonna have on the long dresses. I'm gonna get y'all short. So maybe she was doing a little piece of that, but it didn't help her.
Speaking of creating their own environment, I mean, Miss Quad, I feel like you're Bridgerton of the future.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Always glam, honey, ready to go.
There you go. Hey, sweet tea.
Hey.
Any royal decrees of your own for the evening?
No, but I might go frolicking around the set, because I feel like I'm in a fairy tale.
Okay, good. I can see it. It's a fairy tale having Dr. Contessa back in the group.
That is
Welcome
so sweet
back.
to say. I'm very happy to be here.
Did you watch the show when you were gone from it?
I did. It was a painful season to watch. I was glad to not be a part of it.
Oh, boy.
You and Jackie both.
Do you think Phaedra invited Shaq to mess with Apollo?
Absolutely. I mean, did you see the prop up on the ass in the face? Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good. Oh.
There was a lot.
You had a strong opinion about this.
I think it backfired. I think Phaedra
How?
inviting Shaq, knowing that Shaq was friends to
Apollo.
and Shireen, it backfired.
By the way,
But how would it have backfired? I feel like it went exactly how she wanted it to go, and she likely didn't even plan on staying on that trip with you motherfuckers the whole time anyway. Hence the reason she was able to hurry up and book a damn jet to fly the fuck out. I feel like she probably had all this shit planned out. She probably was very calculated. This is how it's gonna go. I can't control what they do. I can control what we do, and this is how we gonna move. She already knew that. Now that I do believe she already knew how Apollo may get when she got somebody with her. Apollo would have got mad whether it was his friend or not his friend. He would have been in his feelings. Period. So, and she knew y'all was gonna likely make it a thing. So I feel like that was her whole escape
there
plan.
is an update on Apollo and Shireen. It was reported that Shireen has filed for divorce.
We saw. Sometimes things just don't work. The person doesn't change. They just swap out the women. But the person.
Quad was waiting for that one, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Quad was waiting to put that one in, baby. The face heavily is making right now, y'all. Heavily like, she went there. Ooh, sorry, ma'am. She went there, girl. She went there. I am hollering just a little bit. The person don't change. They just swap out the women, especially when they do not. Now, the person can change. I will say that, right? But I do feel like they have to do the necessary work within themselves, okay? In my personal, that's just what I'm thinking. But that person or those people that Quad is referring to, they did not. I don't even think they did the work. They just, ready to, don't want to be alone. And because they don't want to be by themselves and alone, they just, go to the next one. So yeah, let's keep going.
Person is still the core person of who they were with the first wife.
While it's good to talk about this, we are missing Phaedra's voice.
We are.
And Dr. Simone, you channeled Phaedra earlier this season.
I got to go get ready, honey, for the award show. NBC, ABC, Fox, all of the
Simone be so pissed about Phaedra. It's crazy, girl.
I wonder if we let her speak through you again?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. I have some questions for Phaedra. Are you still seeing Shaq?
Child, I can't tell you. If I tell you, I might as well put it on social media.
How do you feel about your Dancing with the Stars performance? Was it rigged?
They had to go on and get rid of me, child. I've been on ABC, NBC, CBS, Cartoon Network. I have been on so many networks. I am working on a EGOT. Of course, I'm better than these bitches.
Right?
All right. Thanks, Dr. Simone. I don't think you're going to get an Emmy for that one, but thank you for your effort. I appreciate it. All right. We're going to leave it there. Do you think? Well, tonight we also have some never-before-seen clips from this season to show you all. Here's a never-before-seen clip from Miss Phaedra Parks.
Oh,
What have you learned from your time with the league?
That they're trash.
Ooh.
Oh. So I'm not going to be able to say that I enjoyed anything about this group because I feel like they're demonic minions of hell. They're those bitches. Those mean, angry black women who are mean to other black women because they fat, they funny looking.
Ooh, not fat, funny looking, bitch. She said mean, demonic. What she said, devilish women or something. Girl, Phaedra over here weighing you hoes low, okay? She wearing y'all thin and low.
You know what I'm saying? They're just jealous and hateful. I don't see a future with these ladies because they don't like me. And I like people who like me. And I don't try to participate in spaces that I'm not welcomed in. So I'm very happy to be leaving. I'm ecstatic.
And I don't want to hear nothing about maybe Phaedra thought they weren't gonna play that. Nah, but she knew they was gonna play that at the confessional. She knew she was done with you hoes. Ooh, so just like y'all be upholding the BS to some of these folks on this show, I'm damn sure gonna uphold Phaedra in that confessional of dragging the dog. Got y'all. Yep, absolutely. I support it. I'm here for it. Feel away and have a great day. I know I am.
Damn.
That's terrible. She gave you her ass to kiss, huh?
That's terrible. I mean, that's really bad because we welcomed
now,
her.
I will say, if she is still cool with Contessa and potentially Toya, then maybe that wasn't nice because these people are seeing you as their friends. Or if you're cool with T, they may see you as their friends. But then I also feel like if we good and you say that, I'm like, oh, she ain't talking to me, bitch. Because I just got the phone with her. She talking about y'all, bitches, okay? She talking about y'all. I do feel like, even though she's generalizing them, if she says she don't feel like she'll, I can't say it's anything that I miss about this group. I damn sure feel like she talking about that damn Jackie and that Simone and that Heavenly for sure. The ones that was running this season into the ground, okay?
Last year and was so happy to have her a part of the group. But I mean, that's deep.
I think there was a word there called trash.
Trash.
Who is she referring to?
I don't know. And none of us have presented or done the trash that she used to do.
Right.
None of us have
never
gone
done
that
anything
deep.
like that.
T, what do you think about Phaedra not coming?
I think Phaedra is just at a place right now where, you know, she doesn't really have a friend within the group. Of course, you know, she does talk to me and Contessa.
And Toya?
I think that she just feels like she didn't fit in.
Well, Phaedra took issue with how you all came at her for the way that you were handling the Met Gala planning, saying she doesn't need bitches like y'all acting like I'm not going to do what I say I'm going to do.
You got $100 grand. I never said $100 grand.
We'll get it. And if I have to give that my own money, I'm not letting no bitches like y'all be acting like I ain't gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. Wait, what type of bitches are we?
Simone, you were really offended when she called y'all.
Yeah, because what type of bitches are we? We all have fantastic salaries. And let me be clear, I love my job.
Me too.
But see, the thing is, y'all are equating to what she's saying as it being like more so monetary, like it's about your money and what you got. And it just makes me feel like y'all may feel a way about the fact that she got it too, if not more. I really feel like she was meaning y'all messy as bitches. Messy as hoes like y'all, okay?
I think the issue with Phaedra was she tried to play Apollo and she got played.
Yeah.
And I can be very honest, if I can break the fourth wall. I called Phaedra and said, Apollo wants to film. He wants to be a part of this. And she said, hey, you know what, Heavenly, I know everything Apollo does, so feel free and go ahead and invite him to the couple's trip.
Thinking about maybe inviting Apollo.
You know, we're in a great place.
Still confused on how it backfired.
So he could come. You can tell
And I
us.
think that was her whole plan.
Why are you so worried about who I date? Apollo don't give a about you.
Well, tonight we also have some never-before-seen.
But that's that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about it. But I feel like she was still planning on getting the fuck on anyway. So what the hell is y'all really talking like? It's the backfired for me. Because I feel like the whole damn trip backfired for y'all. Or did it? Because that maybe have been everything that y'all wanted to see and wanted to happen, which was the drama. And that's exactly what y'all got. Okay? But anywho, that's all I got, honey. I'm Jami. That's me. Subscribe, like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man? They say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film. I can feel it.